More great alternatives are here.
Spiky Bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Rob Bear from SpikyBits.com. In this video, we're going to take a look. Well, we're going to do more than take a look. We're going to unbox and build the new Wargames Atlantic Bulldogs miniature. So I guess this is technically the first for the Deathfields line for the British kind of style that we've seen. We've seen the Grognier or the Grognards for the French, but this is something else. And these have been on the books for a while now, and they're finally out. There's some great deals over on their website as well. But for a mere $35, you are going to get 24 multi-part hard plastic miniatures that you can assemble a variety of ways, and we'll take a closer look at these sprues here in a second. You don't get bases, which is about the only bad thing I've even, or I wouldn't even say bad thing. I would say it's the one thing in the con category for this particular product. So here's the website. It's wargamesatlantic.com, and if it's on the main page right now, but if you don't see it on the main page, you can just click Deathfields and it'll take you to all the Deathfield stuff. And of course, they'll be in there probably towards the top because they're, you know, the latest release here. Now this is saying they're pre-order, but I was pretty sure they were out, but I might be wrong. I've got them at least, so I imagine they're going to be for order or a deliverable here in the States very, very soon. And speaking of the States, every order over $50 is free shipping here in the States. I don't know overseas and stuff, but they have different warehouses throughout, and sometimes they get the stuff in the different warehouses and they're able to put that out a little bit quicker, you know, because it's there. That being said, there's also deals, which you can see right here, and we've talked about this in the past, like 3 boxes you get for $95, which, you know, is a savings of $15, plus you'll get free shipping. So it almost seems like this is the sweet spot, you know, if you're looking at these as an alternative to something out there like Warhammer 40K already, you're probably going to want multiple squads because you're probably already like thinking like, hey, I'm going to convert things, or just use these as your straight troopers, which is both perfectly okay. Obviously, check with your tournament organizer, you know, before you go scooping all these up and you can't play with stuff. But for the most part, you know, most game store owners and most tournament organizers just want you to play because they want you to buy the ticket to their event, right? So that's pretty dope. Now there's a bunch of other stuff in here, and we can take a look at some of the different pictures, and there's actually some pretty cool styles and different things you can build with these. I really like the berets, the Red Devil kind of style berets. Really, really cool. We saw those on Games Workshop miniatures back in the early 90s, and we haven't seen them since. And now it's really cool to see the ability to actually, if you want to bring that back, because those were the original Kasserkin guys way back in the day. That's the shock troops, the stormtroopers they call them, which were really neat. And man, if you can find plastics of those are pretty sweet. But I digress. So this is the site. This is where you can get them. Let's take a look at the sprues and kit bash them a bit and see how they look. All right, so jumping back to these sprues right here, you're gonna get 4 sprues, and like I said, I mean, the price is right. I mean, they're basically $1.50 a miniature here, which I really can't even, I mean, for this quality, it's something else. Like, I'm not really sure how they do it. They could be potentially magicians and or wizards or demons. I don't know what it is anymore. But the one thing that stands out when you look at the sprue, obviously, is all the heads. And what I should have showed you was, but pardon my lack of professionalism at times, we're battling a bit of things at the moment. Anyways, so there's a couple different styles you can build here, like the classic, you know, World War I, World War II kind of Tommy helmets that a lot of folks have converted in the past, and there's a bunch of those helmets in here. And then you've got beret helmets and cap helmets. I don't know what their technical term is. And then over here you've got the pith helmets, you know, from like Rourke's Drift and stuff, and you know, or like the Praetorians from the old Games Workshop miniatures. Those are pretty neat. So you've got a bunch of different options here, and then when you get these in your hot little hands, it gets even more down the rabbit hole, because you got the pith helmets here, you've got the caps, and you got Tommy gas masks, you got Tommy trenchers, and then you've got these right here, which are pith gas masks. And you're like, what the heck? And then you've got more over here without gas masks. And here's your berets and your officer caps. You only get 4 of the berets, which is, oh man, I love these. But you know, if you're gonna get 4 sprues, you're gonna get 16 of them, and there's 24 miniatures in here. So I guess, oh wait, no, 15. So there's 5 of them. So it looks like you will be able to get 20 berets if you really want to, or, you know, trade. Oh, nope, there's another one. Oh, man, There it is. So all of them can have berets. You just got to look a little hard to see all of that on here. In addition to all those cool options, you've got these rifles here, and I forget what the style of rifle is on these, but I believe it's a bit modified. I don't think that's standard anything. I think that's kind of invented, which I think is really cool. And then you've got this sort of melted style weapon, and on the art you saw where it was kind of had some OSL and things like that. A couple of larger packs here. There's what, 3 of those, I believe. Yep, 3 of those. And that means, you know, you're not going to be able to get one on every dude, but they do still look pretty cool, and you'll be able to do some neat things, because I don't know if you need all 24 of these guys that are going to come in here, but you're getting them anyways. And then a bunch of torsos here, and all of the torsos are standard, unfortunately. So not a whole lot that else you can do, so you're going to have to rely on the heads and a lot of these weapons here to do the heavy lifting for you, I'm afraid. But that don't make it, you know, I don't want to make it out to sound all draconian and stuff, but I mean, there's a lot of options on these sprues, and you get 4 of them, so you can really mix and match and do a lot of cool things. Now, let's take a second here and get some stuff together for the ones we have built, so we can show you all the different options you can actually do and what they look like kit bashed. So going through and putting all this stuff together, there's actually a lot more options and really cool looking weapons and arms than you're really even able to tell on the sprue, which is kind of incredible, to be quite honest. So here's the pith gas mask here with the full pack on the back there, and this looks great. You know, there's a lot going on. You don't have to use the gas mask head, but you know, scoping in like that. And then here's one without the gas mask there, just holding a rifle, and of course, why not have a spot of tea there? That is an actual bit. That's not a conversion, so that is in the kit. If you want to give it to your sergeants or set up a little diorama, then you got this guy kind of firing on the go with his, you know, normal kind of looking fatigue and things. There's some robot arms in here that I didn't even notice at first run. There's a cool looking grenade launcher that I didn't even notice looking at the sprue there. Just a lot of wild stuff in here. So there's all the piths, and then here's oh, that's some conversions. Let's not look at those yet. Here's some of the other stuff too. There's the Red Devils kind of style paratrooper looking dude, and he's got his pack, and then a little carbine sort of rifle, which was also in there that I didn't see. And then here's the one on the box cover, which I also didn't see. So I don't know. Maybe I'm going blind at my old age. But this is a great looking heavy weapon right there. It goes together pretty well with the cap. Of course, you can put any head on there. And then here's the sergeant. Now, what I didn't realize was these are kind of some, I don't know if they are meant to be. They look kind of bionic with like the shoulder pad and stuff. So that isn't the standard kind of look. I guess it's an armor plate. I don't know. It's really hard to say. And then he's got like that cool sword sort of thing. So there's a bunch of arms in here that kind of look like this, but there's still enough to do like rifle arms. And then here's the Tommy kind of looking style stuff here, just kind of trotting along with his trench sweeper kind of gun. And then these guys here, here's one with a gas mask, and a couple others, like there's that Melta flamethrower sort of whatever weapon you want sort of thing. And then this thing, I don't know what that is, but it's cool looking, and it could be any, I guess a flamethrower maybe. Anyways, that guy looks pretty dope. And then just a regular duder. Hey, I'm just a duder. Don't have a mask, just got a backpack. Don't mind me, just a duder. And then these ones we were actually able to convert. Where'd they go? Out of Games Workshop bits. So here's a Cadian, right, with a different torso and pack, which fits mostly okay. It doesn't really look that different, I suppose. It just kind of still looks like Acadian. I mean, the backpack looks a little different. And then there's this guy using Acadian torso, and the other bits all the way around, but you got to shave a little bit here on the shoulders. It's really hard to see in this picture or in this video here, but you just got to shave a little off. It's not that big of a deal, but size it up and, you know, cut once, just straight down onto have a little cutting mat or something like that. But you can do it. But that's really kind of the only ways to do it, unfortunately. Like, you can't really put these arms on these guys because they're a little too, I mean, I guess you could put these and the tops on the guys, but then it just it doesn't quite work the best, and then this you end up having two belts as well, which has always been a common problem through the years with Acadian conversions because their belt was on there. But it's not super noticeable, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. Maybe it's not that great of a conversion. But something we did notice was, and my buddy already grabbed one of these heads and painted up one of the Warlord, his North African dudes here, and the heads fit on the Warlord plastics just fine, but unfortunately the arms and stuff won't. So the arms are a little bit bigger for the Warlord guys. But you can swap the heads out, and as you saw, there is a ton of different head options in this kit, which is you know, one of the things I think that makes it so neat. So you can put the heads on the Acadians, as you can see here. So if you just have Acadian shock troopers and you want to switch out the heads, you can absolutely do that. That is not a thing at all. And then if you wanted to get, you know, a little bit crazier, you could do a little bit more. But I don't know if more is better at this point with the way these bits work. I would just kind of use the whole models at that point, because I mean, this is a cool looking dude to play. Like if you're trying to play 40K or something, like, hey, this is my guardsman. Like, I ain't gonna be mad at that. Like, look at this dude. He's dope. He's a duder. Like, have a gas mask, whatever. The little trench heads and stuff. But you know, if you want to make your GW miniatures a little bit different, you can definitely swap out those heads, which is pretty neat. So overall, I mean, the only thing I can say that I don't like about this kit is that it doesn't come with bases, but it's basically the same thing I say every time I review one of these kits, because they're just so dope. There's so much value, there's so much posability, there's so many bits. I mean, the price, wow, I don't know. Like, they're doing something right over here, and it's definitely worth checking out, because man, I always get a kick out of these new sci-fi kits they put out, because there's just so much potential in these things, and it's just so cool to see what Wargames Atlantic is doing over there. So check them out. We showed you the website, we showed you price points, showed you some conversions, both with the historical, you know, the bolt action from Warlord, and also, you know, some of the stuff that's Acadians from 40K as well. So that is it for this one. Thanks for hanging in there with me and putting up with my, once again, a lot of ranting and raving about things here on this channel. Speaking of this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos. If you liked that video feature, consider supporting us over at Patron.com and get back in the mail each month a miniature crate full of some of the stuff we review here, as well as some of the top 3D artist designs out there too, to help support what they're doing. Plus, discount coupon codes from some of those same manufacturers. They're yours to keep, whether you cancel or stay on. It's totally up to you. Obviously, we want to keep you as happy as possible. So check it out over at patreon.com/SpikeyBear.